Hello everybody, this is Codan50. I know I've been outside of the Minecraft world for a while, but I decided I wanted to go ahead and get back into it, and I discovered something interesting. I don't know if the schematic I uploaded was just broken or if the rules for redstones have changed. This is obviously a project I'm working on, but this is a copy of the schematic. However, this redstone repeater right here needs to be set to the second, uh, I guess the second setting. So if you tick that once, that will fix the broken yeah, these things, piston. So I don't know exactly what happened. It was weird. As soon as I started playing and I flipped it on, I noticed it was broken, but I don't have my original anymore. The one that I did the recording on, I lost that world a while ago. Kind of unfortunate, but this is a newer, revamped version of it. Not only did I fix that little problem, but I'm also working on, as you could tell, I've got it double wide, so that way it's 20 pixels instead of just 10. And on this next part of the project, my plan is going to be to fix all the timing issues with the with all these redstone repeaters, because the timing is off on all of them, and I want to try to synchronize the timing at the very least to get a smooth scrolling screen. And I've been screwing around with a little test piece over here, and I think I know how I need to do the timing. This is kind of my little test board over here. I think I know how I need to do the timing in order to make it work. It's just I have to get one of these flats timed out, and then I have to duplicate the flat, and then I have to paste it all in without breaking the rest of this. So probably won't happen anytime within the next month or so, because I've got some other stuff I wanted to work on instead. However, I just wanted to let you know that I am still working on it. I am aware that the version that was uploaded is broken, and I'm going to be getting it fixed version and uploaded, but I don't want to just fix one little bug and then upload it. What I'm going to end up doing is the next one I upload will likely have all the timing stuff worked out. I'll probably eliminate most of this stuff here because you probably won't need to have this many freaking redstone direction diodes. It's just, this was the easiest way at the time for me to just make everything go where it needs to go. But I believe that with a little bit more work, I can trim most of these down, and that should fix a lot of my timing issues. But quite frankly, I don't have the patience to deal with that right now. Because I lost my other save world, I lost a whole bunch of stuff that went with it, so the only thing I can do is kind of show you some stuff I've been working on. This was actually one of the ones I was able to salvage from my old server map that I was working on that was going to be a sort of a trading and community type of map. I actually have a little marketplace built in, and this was one of them. This was my tripwire electronics. This right here, it was going to be sort of like a anything and everything I figure out how to do, and I compact it, and then I was going to throw it in here. This is where I first learned how to do my one-tick clock, which I don't recall if I was showing this one off in one of my other videos. I think I actually just built one out in the middle of nowhere, and that was the one I was showing you. But this is one of the first ones that not only did I finally get working every time on command, but this one was actually smaller than the very first one that I built. I was learning how to compact it by building upwards and using height to my advantage rather than doing it all horizontally. But I believe with some of the stuff I've been working with, I might actually be able to make this even smaller. I don't know yet, though. Hopefully I'll be able to build something that's like this, that's so much smaller than what it is right now. Over here I've also got my compact memory module. Obviously this kind of thing has been done to death, but again, I don't like using tutorials. I will admit that I used a tutorial when I first built my first memory module, only because at the time I didn't quite understand how to turn redstone on or off. In essence, I was completely confused because I had this backwards logical idea that once you create a redstone pattern and you set your redstone off, as soon as you destroy it, no matter what, it gets reset, because I didn't know about the trick of being able to use one of these to turn the one off, and vice versa. So that's kind of unfortunate, but it's one of those learning things where you know, you probably absolutely go crazy if you're going to try to do it all completely without using any tutorial. So I did use a tutorial to figure out how to build this, and then I just worked a little bit around it to see if I can shrink it. The only other thing that I've got over here is a Seto randomizer, and I think my door is actually over there. I'm on the wrong side. This right here is not perfect or complete, but it is kind of there, built. And I'm going to show you this. I won't break the rest of those. I really don't like these glass panes only because they're kind of hard to see and kind of hard to set. But, oh, and they do some weird stuff if you put redstone on here. I'll show you. See how it's like full and then you put a piece of redstone on there and it's like part of the glass is there, but then part of it's not. I don't know. I found that weird. I might just be part of it. But back to topic. This is a sort of a Seto randomizer, in that the way this works is that there's a sort of a two-way condition check on it, and depending on whichever one it lands on, should be, in theory, the one that you get. The reason why I want to redo this, and I want to find a better way to do this, mainly because this randomizer is not a very good one. And why am I not doing this right? I swear I've done this before. Fortunately, the automated one that I have fixed all of this, but I don't really want to build another one over here, but it doesn't look like I'm going to have much of a choice at this rate. Alright, there we go. And this one should be even easier. No. That's not what I want. Oh, I know what I need to do for that one. Do this. Huh. I didn't think I could possibly do that, but yeah, okay. I'm just going to say good enough because I don't really care right now. It's just to illustrate a point. So how this works is as soon as I push the button, that light turns off. These lights do their thing. This pulses it once, which toggles this, which is going to lift these. So they're both lifted up, which completes the redstone circuit. And they're only supposed to be up for a single tick. What's wrong with you, fool? What's wrong with you, Mang? What's wrong with you? Get back, bro! Get back! You have an entire dark room over there, and you had to come over to all the way to me and try to destroy my door. You're dead. I'm sorry. I'll show you my dark room in a moment. And it's obviously not doing a very good job because there are a lot of mobs that are spawning. He has a sword. He has a sword. I wonder if the zombie down there still has my diamond sword. Oh, long story. Anyways, when you flip that button right there, these all do their thing. It pulses it once. That comes up. And it's only supposed to be up for one tick. So whichever one happens to be the one that's in tick will be the one that's going to turn the circuit on, which in turn gives you your randomizer, in which case it's determined by whether this one is on or this one is off. Now, I don't know why, and it's the weirdest thing ever, but the clock doesn't seem to be ticking right. It's almost as if it's off. You see, first it was out, then it was in, but then it was still in. So if I do it again, there's a chance that it can still be in or out, and it all just depends on where it's sitting. So, it's not perfect. I've still got a little bit of work left that I need to do on it to iron out the clock issue, which still hasn't been fixed, but I understand that's a bit of work, and it's probably a bit more complicated than anything I'll ever comprehend in my little brain, which is okay. I understand. I'm not a programmer. It's just, it is annoying having to constantly reset my clock every time I log on because it's stuck in either an on or an off state. But that's my randomizer. And that's pretty much it. As far as redstone projects, again, that's going to be a lot better when I get that one working. I'm going to actually try to see if I can pull any older schematics off, or maybe see if there's any buried tricks or anything else that I might be able to pull back out. But I'm pretty certain that my my redstone sandbox is gone, where I was doing a whole bunch of redstone projects. And now, hold on, Suicide Arena. This is actually one that I put in here for a very specific reason. So let's figure out how to spell. I'll set my time to O, just because the lagging glitch will allow us to see. And I put patches of dirt so they'll spawn. But what the idea was supposed to be is that you can come down here and pretty much just see how long you'll survive. With all the mobs spawning on the surface, there's not a whole lot right now, but that'll fix when they start dying off. So I'll do that first. I'll wait for them to start dying off a little bit. Doesn't look like we're going to have too much more. Enderman popping all over the place. Going all sorts of crazy. Now some of them should spawn in here. Alright, so game mode, I believe it's 0. And we'll see how long we survive. I should come in here with a weapon one time and just go all sorts of crazy. There we go. Now I'm starting to get attacked. Got spiders. You know, all things considered, I'm surprised I'm actually still alive. Normally when I come in here, I'm like dead within just seconds. You know what I figured out what it is. The problem I had with the clock, the problem that I'm having with the dying, not necessarily dying, I can die just as easily, but not dying as quickly as I normally do when I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary. It's the recording man's curse. That curse where if you're recording a video, anything and everything that can go wrong usually will. But there we go. Now I'm finally able to respond. So yep, that's just a quick update on that. And hopefully I'll be able to put some more videos out. Again, I can't make any promises because stuff gets chaotic, especially during the holiday season. So, I guess, yeah, just keep checking back and hopefully I'll be able to get an update schematic out for this, fixing that little problem, and hopefully getting the time fixed out. So, thanks for watching. Why would you do that?